The trending CSU tuition increase has led students to a breaking point. The 5% increase has created anxiety among thousands of students across the 23 CSU campuses.
As a student who takes 5 classes, is involved with volunteer work and research and clubs and activities, it would be very difficult to have to work more in order to pay for that tuition increase.
I come from a low-income background. I come from a background where I'm working to put myself through school. You know, financial aid only covers so much.
I'm at a job where I'm not even making minimum wage, I'm making above minimum wage, and it's draining my savings. I can't keep up with it.
I saw what was happening at home, I saw the stress, I saw what money can do to families. I'm glad that my parents are still together, but at the same time there were so many problems and so many fights that happened, and so much stress that just accumulated.
It is a burden that has students changing their living situation to accommodate the increase. Students are not being represented by the Board of Trustees or by the state legislators.
While some Cal State students struggle to pay thousands of dollars in tuition, loans, and increased fees, we found hundreds of thousands of dollars in donated money that's supposed to benefit the school, but spent by administrators on fancy parties, alcohol, $24 bottles of wine, $7,000 season tickets to the Hollywood Bowl, and the top restaurants in Los Angeles. Things these students can only dream of.
I either have to pick school or I have to pick work. I can't do both.
There's other things too, like, our ASI, how much funding are they receiving and what are they spending it on? So that giant building in the back over there, along with our Titan site, all of that costs like $24 million when we have buildings here that are falling apart.
It is a trend that has prolonged student graduation.
He's in his, 6th year, is it?
Lucky number 7, actually.
And increased debt.
I'm trying to graduate debt-free. I'm trying the best I can, but with the tuition increase, it's impossible.
I was forced to pull out another student loan at a higher cost so I can actually focus on my grades.
It is something that needs to be considered by Chancellor White and everyone in Sacramento, that we are students first.
Higher education should not be a death sentence.
CSU Chancellor Timothy White, who heads up all the universities, says the parties, the wine, the food aren't all fun.
It's hard work. It's hard work to go to these fancy restaurants and the country clubs.
It's hard work to build relationships over time.
He claims it's needed to wine and dine wealthy donors.
Wouldn't wealthy donors give money whether they were wined or dined or not?
While these donors are being wined and dined, many students are faced with homelessness and hunger, a burden that no student should face.
Why is it that 1 in 10 CSU students is homeless if everything was so good?
I remember going hungry to school because I didn't have any money.
And having an additional burden every single semester will increase student debt. It'll increase, food insecurity and different things that students are facing throughout the system.
It is robbing students of the sacrifices they made to pursue a higher education. The Board of Trustees and state legislators have become detached to the student struggle.
Taking it out of students' pockets is the worst way to do it.
I feel like maybe they may be drawing on their own experiences too much, where they're saying, well, it's only a couple $100s, it's only about this. But for me, that's rent money, that's grocery money, that's me being able to keep the lights on or to pay for internet so I can even do my assignments.
The CSU system is asking for $346.6 million. However, only $177.7 million was proposed, which still leaves us at about $168 million short.
And this whole process of the budget of California is not decided until June 15th.
Okay, so that's how it's gonna be. Y'all wanna play.
Yet, the Board of Trustees are making a final decision on the tuition increase without knowing the final state budget.
The Board of Trustees, if they implement a tuition increase, they're gonna implement it even before we know what we're actually gonna get.
And they just kind of assume, well, we're not going to get it. This is our other option. We're just going to take it from the students. And that's not okay.
Many CSU students have proposed a fully funded CSU system to be a solution.
I know that students are worried about potential cuts to programs and things of that nature. And I think that this is more than ever the reason why we need a fully funded CSU.
But not just fully funded, also, permanent, stable funding. So that we can ultimately move towards a free public education.
23 CSU campuses are showing their resistance through peaceful protest, rallies, and mobilization.
I am Cal State LA.
I am San Francisco State University.
I am Sacramento State.
I am Cal State Fullerton.
Join us.
Join me.
To stand with the CSU.
And future generations.
The community.
And fight.
fight the tuition increase.
Against the tuition increase.
Against tuition increase.
Against tuition increase.
Against the tuition
Against tuition
increase.
Against tuition increase.
Fight against tuition increase.
Getting involved to fight the tuition increase.
So please, get involved and make a change. Your voice matters. If you're against the tuition increase, share this video.